How are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? What is your name? My first name is Paul. What is your surname? My surname is Brown. What's your full name? My full name is Paul Brown. How old are you? I'm 30. When is your birthday? January 1st. Are you American? No, I'm not. I'm German. What is your citizenship? I'm German. Where is your passport? Here is my passport. What's the date today? Today is May 1st. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. When were you born? I was born on the 1st of June 1980. Where were you born? I was born in Berlin. What city do you live in? I live in Berlin. Where do you live? I live in Berlin. Do you live in Berlin? Yes, I do. Where do you come from? I come from Berlin. Where are you from? I'm from Berlin. What street do you live in? I live in Main Street. What's your address? 24 Main Street. How long have you been here? I've been here for 5 weeks. Have you ever been to London? I have never been to London. Have you ever been to London? I was in London 5 years ago. Have you ever been to London? We'll go to London this year. What's your phone number? My number is 7845-197. What school did you graduate from? I finished secondary school. What do you do? I'm a student. What is your profession? I'm a lawyer by education. What's your job? I'm unemployed at the moment. What is your hobby? I like playing sports, especially swimming. Where do you spend your holiday? We spend our holiday in a small village. Where do you spend your holiday? We go abroad for our holiday. Can I ask you a few personal questions? Certainly. How many people are there in your family? I have 1 sister and 2 brothers. Is your family numerous? There are 3 of us in our family, my husband, a daughter and I. Is your family numerous? I have a large family. Is your family numerous? I have no family of my own. How is your family? My family is fine. Are you married? Yes, I've been married for 2 years now. Are you married? No, but I am in a relationship. Are you married? I'm going to marry this year. Are you married? I'm single. Are you single? No, I have a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do. Have you got any children? No, not yet. How many children do you have? I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. Where are your children? I don't know, they were here a few minutes ago. What languages do you speak? I speak German and English. How many languages can you speak? I only speak English. Do you speak English? Yes, I do. I speak English. How long have you been learning English? For 5 years. Why are you learning English? I need it for my job. How did you learn English? I've been studying by myself. Do you like learning English? Yes, I really like it. Are you going to buy the fur coat? Yes, I am going to buy the fur coat. Did you see the first night of the play? I am going to see it on Saturday. How much is petrol? It depends on petrol grades. May I drink the running water? Avoid drinking the running water without boiling. What fish dishes are there on the menu? There is fried trout on the menu. What will you say at the end of your speech? I'll suggest practical steps for a solution of the problem. Have you ever seen grass wet with dew? The grass of our lawn is often wet with dew in autumn. What are your intentions? I intend to leave for Canada. Delays are dangerous, aren't they? Sometimes delays are dangerous. How many employees are there at your firm? There are 200 employees at our firm. How much does the stallion cost? The stallion costs $1 million. What do you do in the evening? I play with my children in the evening. Can the plane take off in the fog? Planes can take off in a fog. What is the price of the stay for a night? A single room costs $30 a night. Which are the biggest bookshops in the city? There are some big bookshops in the city. Do you know that France imports Russian frogs? How can they eat frogs? Did he fail the exam? Yes, he failed the exam. How would you like to have your haircut? I would like to have a short haircut like this one in the picture. Where do you get your information about train traffic? I have arrivals and departures times of trains. Are you confident of your success? Yes, I am confident of my success. Do you find the film boring? No, I don't find the film boring. Do you have a telephone at home? Yes, my telephone number is 346-19-55. Do you have good sight? Yes, I have good sight. Have you ordered the first course? No, I haven't ordered the first course. What is the longest river in Europe? The Volga is the longest river in Europe. What kinds of transport are there in your city? There are all possible kinds of transport in our city. What subjects did you study at your secondary school? We studied mathematics, physics, literature, geography, biology, history, and the mother tongue at our secondary school. When did you graduate from a secondary school? I left secondary school in 1995. Do you have a rich harvest of wheat? We have a very rich harvest of wheat this year. Friendship works wonders, doesn't it? Yes, friendship works wonders. How many suitcases are you having? Yeah, I'm having 2 suitcases. What color is her hair? Her hair is blonde. What do you do in the evening? We play dominoes in the yard every evening. Where is a toilet? A toilet is at the end of the corridor. Would you assist your nephew in searching for a working place? Yes, I shall assist my nephew in searching for a working place. Are the buttons made of plastics? Yes, the buttons are made of plastics. How many stars are there on the national flag of the USA? There are 51 stars on the national flag of the USA. Is the fur coat very expensive? Yes, this natural fur coat is very expensive. What were the most important events in the history of our country? I think the patriotic wars were the most important events in the history of our country. When do you get out of bed? I get out of bed at 7 o'clock. Are you going to buy the fur coat? No, I have not decided yet. Are you off alcohol? I am off alcohol. Did he lose his self-control? Yes, he lost his self-control yesterday when he did not pass the examination. How can you stop the blood if your artery is damaged? You can stop the blood by pressing your finger on the artery. The lift does not work, does it? The lift is being repaired. What planet do we live on? We live on the Earth. Do you have a thermometer out of doors? Yes, we have a thermometer placed out of window. Do you often take a bus? I take a bus every day. Have you ironed my shirt? Yes, I have ironed your shirt. What do you plan for the near future? I plan to go on holiday next month. When do buds open? Buds open in April here. Who is your favorite writer? My favorite writer is Dostoevsky. Ants are very strong, aren't they? Ants are very strong. Are you going to bathe in the Black Sea? We go to the Black Sea in August. Can you awake without an alarm clock? Yes, I always awake without an alarm clock. Did you like fairy tales when you were a child? I liked fairy tales when I was a child. Do you have a telephone directory at home? No, I have no telephone directory at home. Do you remember your grandmother? Yes, I always remember my grandmother. How many eggs does a hen lay in a year? A hen lays up to 120 eggs a year. In what cases do planes stop flying? Planes stop flying in the fog. What is your favorite flower? My favorite flower is a rose. Where did you buy the furniture? You can buy such furniture everywhere. Are you fond of poetry? I am fond of poetry. Do you go in for sports? I go in for gymnastics, skating. Do you like English idioms? Yes, I like English idioms very much. Do you smoke? I am a heavy smoker. How can I improve my pronunciation? You can improve your pronunciation by listening to the radio and reading aloud. How much is the fare in metro? The fare in metro is 5 rubles. How was the acting? I like the acting. What color are her eyes? Her eyes are blue. What domestic animals are kept on farms? Cows, horses, sheep, pigs are kept on farms. What is the most important scientific discovery in the 20th century? It may be the discovery of nuclear energy. What is your timetable in the school? I have 6 lessons every day. Where can I buy cement? You can buy cement in a construction materials shop. Who has broken the chair? Nobody has broken it. Are the spoons made of silver? These spoons are made of silver. Do you often spend your free time with your friends? I spend every evening with my friends. Have you ever ascended a mountain? I like mountain climbing. Have you presented her with a kerchief? Yes, I have presented her with a kerchief. How long does it take to fly from Moscow to London? It takes 3 hours to fly from Moscow to London. What caused her embarrassment? She was embarrassed about her pronunciation. What is the most important scientific discovery in the 20th century? There were many important discoveries in the 20th century. What is your favorite season? My favorite season is summer. Where is the nearest shoe repair shop? The nearest shoe repair shop is opposite our house. Which market has lowest prices? The prices are very similar at the markets. Who fell from the roof? A small boy fell from the roof. Are there many trees in your yard? There are some trees in our yard. Do you enjoy a flight? I don't feel quite well during a flight. Honey is good for health, is not it? Honey is tasty and good for health. What kinds of coats are being in fashion? This style of a coat is being in fashion. Do you take after your father or after your mother? I look like my mother. How can I get to the Red Square? Take the metro and go as far as Titralnaya station. The lift does not work, does it? The lift is in bad repair. What does he wear as headgear? He wears a fur cap. What should be done in order to prevent the world from contamination of environment? Industrial enterprises must stop discharging wastes into air and water. Are you afraid of lightning? Yes, I am afraid of lightning. Can you awake without an alarm clock? No, I can't awake without an alarm clock. How many pupils were there in your class? There were 32 pupils in our class. What country produces and consumes the largest quantity of rice? China produces and consumes the largest quantity of rice in the world. What does she wear as headgear? She wears a hat. What is caviar? Caviar is the salted eggs of sturgeons. What is the highest waterfall? The highest waterfall is Niagara Falls. What kind of weather do you like? I like all sorts of weather except windy weather. Who will replace the lock? I can replace the lock in the door. Why was the electricity stopped? The electricity was stopped because the people did not pay for it. Are there age limitations for employment? There is no age limitation for managers to be employed. Are you hungry in the morning? Yes, I am hungry after my morning exercises. Do you enjoy dancing? We often go to dancing parties. Do you know that Japanese people eat raw fishes? Yes, Japanese people eat raw fishes, I knew it. Do you understand English by ear? No, I don't understand English by ear. Have you read the book The Old Man and the Sea? Yes, I have read the book The Old Man and the Sea. What is the thickness of the ice on the river? The thickness of the ice on the river is about 50 centimeters. Which raincoat would you choose? I would choose this one. Are you proud of your achievements? I am proud of my achievements. Can you bring a barrel of petrol? Yes, I will bring you a barrel of petrol. Did it often happen in the past? It happened for the first time. It happened 2 or 3 times. Do you have good sight? I am long-sighted. Do you often receive letters? I receive letters very seldom. Do you wear a dressing gown at home? Yes, I wear a dressing gown at home. Have you ever seen such a butterfly? I see it for the first time. How can I reduce my weight? You should go in for sports. What is the charge for the visiting cards? The charge for the visiting cards is 80 rubles. What kind of a sewing machine would you like to have? I would like to have a German sewing machine. What provoked your discontent? They have been delaying the pay for 3 months. When does your working day begin? My working day begins at 8 o'clock. Where can I have my tooth cured? There is a dentist near our house. Are your parents alive? My father died 5 years ago. Can you repair the dripping tap? I can repair the dripping tap. Do you have sympathy for him? Yes, I have sympathy for him. Do you like animals? I like animals. I have 2 pets, a cat and a dog. How do things stand now? Things are going very well for us at the moment. How many houses has the hurricane destroyed? The hurricane destroyed a lot of houses. How old is your son? My son is 22. Is it butter or margarine? It is butter. Is your watch slow or fast? My watch is fast. What conveniences are there in your flat? We have running water, central heating, gas, electricity. Who is your favorite composer? I like many composers. Did you like the plot of the film? Yes, the plot of the film is very interesting. Do you like fried potatoes? I like fried potatoes very much. What street do you live in? I live in Pyatnitskaya Street. When will you have finished the work? I'll have finished the work by 3 o'clock. Who will whitewash the ceiling? My wife will whitewash the ceiling. Will you take your daughter to a puppet show? I will take my daughter to a puppet show on Sunday. Do you go to a swimming pool? Yes, I go to a swimming pool twice a week. Do you have a map of the world? A big map of the world hangs on the wall in my study. Have you bought a new calendar? No, I will buy it tomorrow. What is he suspected of? He is suspected of murder. What is the news? My sister gave birth to a boy. What is the title of the book you are speaking about? The title of the book is Say No to Death. What is your first wish? My first wish is to have a flat in Moscow. What species of trees grow in your region? Oaks, willows, birches, poplars grow in our region. When do you send the telegram? I send the telegram when I have to provide somebody with an urgent piece of information. Are you proud of your achievements? No, I am just a beginner. Do you go in for sports? I like football, basketball, tennis, swimming. Do you like clothing made of cotton? I like cotton clothing very much. Do you like windy weather? I don't like windy weather. How do they write an address in the UK? They write the number of the house, the name of the street and the town or city in the UK. How is your kitchen equipped? There is a cooker, a fridge, a cupboard, a sink and a dining table in the kitchen. It takes you only a few minutes, doesn't it? No, it takes me much more time. What can you tell me about bees? Bees live in large families, up to 20,000 bees. Males do not work. The house of bees is called a beehive. A family has a queen. What do you do in the evening? I spend every evening with my friends. What is the currency exchange rate? The currency exchange rate is 30 rubles for $1. Are there snakes in the forest? Yes, I read an article about it. Can you play the piano? Yes, I can play the piano a little. Did you awake before sunrise? No, I awoke after sunrise. Have you ordered fried fish? Yes, I have ordered fried fish. How can I train my body and develop my muscles? You can develop your muscles by lifting weights. What are you going to do next week? I am going to buy a car next week. What do you do in your free time? I read in my free time. What is the title of the book you are speaking about? I don't know the exact title of the book. When do you go to bed? I usually go to bed at 10 p.m. Who is the world champion in chess? Kasparov was the world champion in chess for a long time. Do you need any incentive to do it? I don't need any incentive because I like doing it. Have you ordered visiting cards? Yes, I have ordered 100 visiting cards. How do you protect your head when you ride a motorbike? I protect my head with a helmet. How many stripes are there on the flag? I don't know how many stripes there are. How many words are there in your vocabulary? I know about 30,000 English words. It takes you only a few minutes, doesn't it? Yes, it does. What are your intentions? I intend to marry her. What do you buy at a grocery? I buy all kinds of foodstuffs in a grocery. Would you like to see new residential areas? Yes, I would like to see some new residential areas. Have you ever traveled by plane? I have traveled several times by plane. How long is your passport valid? My passport is valid for the rest of my life. How many people does the auditorium seat? The auditorium seats 400 people. What do you plan for the near future? I have no plans for the near future. What things do you wear in winter? I wear a coat and boots in winter. How many days in advance do you book your ticket? I book my railway ticket 40 days in advance. How many English words can you learn a day? I can learn 50 English words a day. Is the house made of stone or bricks? The house is made of stone. What are losses caused by the inundation? The inundation caused about $5 million losses. What is the plastic made from? The plastic is made from petroleum. What seats do you prefer in the theater? I prefer balcony seats. When and where will the next Olympic Games take place? The next Olympic Games will take place in Athens in 2004. Are you going to bathe in the Black Sea? We prefer the Baltic. Are you hungry in the morning? No, I have no appetite in the morning. Can you operate the washing machine? Yes, I operate the washing machine by myself. Have you ever picked up raspberries? Yes, I have. It was in the village where my grandmother lives. How can I get to the red square? Go straight, then turn to the left. How many rooms are there in your flat? We have a 3-room flat. Is there a carpet on the floor in your room? There is a carpet on the floor of my room. What are the best hotels of your city? It is difficult to say. What do you keep in your refrigerator? We keep there a store of food for a week. What is the largest continent? The largest continent is Eurasia. What kind of fishes are there in our rivers? There are pikes, perches, breams, sturgeons in our river. Whom does the soil belong to? The soil belongs to my neighbor. Can you bake a cake? Yes, I can bake a cake. Did you see the first night of the play? I saw it on Tuesday. Do you prefer beef to pork? I prefer beef to pork. Do you remember your grandmother? My grandmother is still alive. This song is a success with teenagers, is it not? Yes, this song is a success with teenagers. Where do you take asphalt for the pavement? We have a special factory producing asphalt. Do you enjoy dancing? I like dancing very much. Does your stomach function well? My stomach is all right. He is lacking in courage, is he not? No, he is not a coward. What was Pushkin's favorite season? Autumn was Pushkin's favorite season. Can the plane take off in the fog? The plane can take off in the fog. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, thank you, I slept rather well. Do you keep a cat as a pet? I prefer a dog. Do you prefer shoes made of leather? I can buy shoes made of other materials if I like the style. What is the highest mountain in the world? Everest is the highest mountain in the world. What is the most important event of the last week? The most important event in sporting life was the World Championship in football. Who has broken the chair? It is an old chair. Have you seen the film about sharks? I don't like horror films. Is the street traffic intensive in your street? Yes, the traffic is very intensive in our street. Is your watch made of gold? No, it is plated with gold. May I drink the running water? We drink the running water without boiling. What do you plan for the near future? We plan to go to the theater next week. What kind of clothing would you put on if it is 25 degrees below zero? I shall put on my fur coat and boots. When does the third millennium begin? The third millennium began in 2001. Where did you lose your key? I lost it in the garden. Why was the electricity stopped? I don't know why the electricity was stopped. Are there any trees near your house? Poplars, maples and birches grow near my house. Do you have many relatives? Yes, I have many relatives. No, I have only an aunt. Is there a fence around your house? There is no fence around our house. When did you take an examination last time? It was at the secondary school. When do you awake and get up? I awake at 7 o'clock on weekdays and at 9 on my day off. When will the bedclothes be washed? The bedclothes will be washed tomorrow. Where did you spend your holiday last year? I spent it at home. Why are you so excited? I have passed the exam. Do you have any doubt about it? No, I have no doubt about it. How can you prove you love? Yeah, I'm ready to do everything for your sake to prove my love. Is he good at languages? Yes, he is good at languages. What bank offers the lowest exchange rate? Our bank offers the lowest exchange rate. What is the charge for an international call? For example, if you call somebody up in Germany from Russia, you have to pay $1 a minute. When did you experience joy last time? I experienced joy when my daughter entered the university. Would you like tomato juice? Yes, I would like a glass of tomato juice. Are you pleased with the marks of your son? Yes, my son gets excellent marks. Do you know how crickets produce their sound? The crickets produce their sound by rubbing their legs against their flank. How can I get to the Tretyakov Picture Gallery? Go straight as far as the first crossing, then turn left. What day of the week are we having? It's Tuesday today. What is the favorite food of horses? Oat is the favorite food of horses. The favorite food of horses is oat. What kind of music do you prefer? I like all kinds of music. Did you have your lungs examined? I had my lungs examined 6 months ago. Do you climb the stairs? We have no lift. I climb the stairs. Have you ever put up at a hotel? I often go on business trips and put up at hotels. Have you ordered tea with lemon? No, I have ordered tea without lemon. How many bottles of wine have you finished? We have finished 5 bottles of wine. Is there non-stop plane service to Sochi? There is non-stop plane service to Sochi. What is the highest temperature in summer? The highest summer temperature in Moscow is 32 degrees centigrade. What is your address? I live at 15 Tverskaya Street, flat 144. When did you hear thunder roll last time? I heard thunder roll a week ago. A good beginning is half the battle, isn't it? It is an English proverb and all the proverbs are right. Do you prefer shoes made of leather? I always wear leather shoes, although they are more expensive than those made of other materials. What do you do first of all when you arrive at a hotel? First of all, I get a room by filling in a form and take my key. What is the English for meat of a cow? Meat of cows is called beef in English. What wild animals can you see in the zoo? We can see tigers, bears, elephants in the zoo. Where does the sun rise? The sun rises in the east. How long do lions live? Lions live to be 20 years old. How much bread do you eat a day? I eat a loaf of bread a day. Where do you go shopping? I go shopping to the market and the nearest shops. Will he return in an hour? Yes, he will return in an hour. I don't think he will return in an hour. Are you off alcohol? I drink an occasional glass of wine. Did you attend lectures of this professor? Yes, the professor gives lectures to our group. Did you awake before sunrise? Yes, I went fishing before sunrise. Have you bought tickets for the concert of the singer? Yes, I've bought tickets for the concert. Have you switched off the cooker? I have forgotten to switch off the cooker. Shall I present my diploma? Yes, please present your diploma. What things do you wear in summer? I wear jeans, shirts and sandals in summer. Where can I buy canned fish? You can buy canned fish in the grocery. Why did you behave so cowardly? I was afraid that they would kill me. Do you write verses? I don't write verses. Have you ever seen grass wet with dew? Yesterday we walked barefooted on grass wet with dew. Have you ever tasted bread made from rye? I often buy bread made from rye. Is your zip fastener out of repair? The zip fastener is out of repair. What is the charge for the visiting cards? You have to pay 80 rubles. What is your timetable in the school? We have no lessons on Saturdays. A good dog deserves a good bone, doesn't it? Certainly, a good dog deserves a good bone. Do you consider yourself a good mixer? Yes, I have no problems in establishing contacts with people. Do you keep a cat as a pet? I keep a cat. Do you like forests? We go to the nearest forest this weekend. Is the collar of your shirt dirty? Yes, the collar of my shirt is dirty. Do you smoke? I gave up smoking last year. Where do you buy meat? I buy meat in the market. Are there many trees in your yard? Our yard is full of trees. Did it often happen in the past? It happened very often in the past. Do you have a telephone directory at home? Yes, I have it in the computer. Does your watch gain or lose? My watch neither gains nor loses, it shows the exact time. How can I reduce my weight? You can lose your weight by taking these pills. Is your watch made of gold? Yes, it is made of gold. Should I present my curriculum vitae? Yes, you should present your curriculum vitae. What is an average weight of a turtle? An average weight of a turtle is 150 kilos. What kind of fish produces caviar? Sturgeons produce caviar. What school did you graduate from? I graduated from the University of Rostov. Where can I buy canned fish? You can buy canned fish everywhere. Where did you spend your holiday last year? Last year, in contrast to previous years, I spent my holiday assisting my brother in building his house. Do you like spicy food? Yes, I like spicy food. How much is a kilo of the apples? A kilo of the apples costs 20 rubles. When did you visit your aunt last time? I visited my aunt last week. Are you going to brush up your English grammar? Yes, I learn English grammar every day. Delays are dangerous, aren't they? But sometimes delays are helpful. Did you find the pillow convenient? The pillow is very convenient. How do you get to your place of work? I get to my place of work by metro. How many rooms are there in your flat? There are 3 rooms in our flat. The shirts are made in China, aren't they? Yes, the shirts are made in China. What is your wife? My wife is a teacher. When do you usually have your breakfast? I have breakfast at 7 o'clock. Are there age limitations for employment? We employ workers under 40 years. How many lessons do you have daily? We have 6 lessons daily. The sleeves of the suit are too long, aren't they? Yes, the sleeves of the suit are too long. Who will paint doors, windows and the floor? I will paint doors, windows and the floor. Why are you so excited? I have won the first prize in the competition. Do you have good sight? I am myopic. Have you bought a new calendar? Yes, I have. How many churches are there in Moscow? There are a lot of churches in Moscow. What conveniences are there in your flat? We have all modern conveniences in our flat. Do you smoke? I can't give up smoking. How much is the ticket Moscow, London? The ticket Moscow, London costs $200. Do you like fishing? No, I don't like fishing. Are your parents alive? My parents are still young and healthy. Do you have a map of the world? I have a small map of the world. Do you like clothing made of cotton? I prefer cotton to artificial fiber. How many people died during the earthquake? Nobody died during the earthquake. How many programs are there for your TV set? There are 10 programs for my TV set. What is the education fee at the university? The education fee at the commercial department of the university is $3,000 a year. Where have you left your gloves? I don't remember where I left my gloves. Would you like to choose a book in the bookcase? I would like to take this one. Do you like jam made from strawberries? I often drink tea with jam made from strawberries. Have you ever spoken to a native English speaker? I have never spoken to a native English speaker. Have you got a car? I have got a small cheap car. How many divorces are there in England in a year? There are a lot of divorces in England in a year. Onions are useful for our health, aren't they? Yes, they are. What liquid is there in the container? It is petrol. What new cathedral was recently built in Moscow? A new cathedral was recently built in Moscow, but I don't know how it is called. Are you interested in painting? Yes, I am interested in painting. Do you have a private collection of books? I have a large private collection of books. How many days are there in a year? There are 365 days in a year. How many meals a day do you have? I have 3 meals a day: breakfast, dinner, supper. How much is petrol? The petrol costs 8 rubles a liter. Is the bracelet made of silver? Yes, it is made of silver. What was your maiden surname? My maiden surname was Ivanova. Do you like forests? I like forest best of all. Where is a toilet? There are toilets on every floor. Have you ordered tea with lemon? Yes, I have ordered tea with lemon. What have you recently bought in the way of manufactured goods? We have bought a sofa, a TV set recently. What is the news? My friend is going to get married. Do you have good relations with your colleagues? Yes, I have good relations with my colleagues. Do you like sitting in an armchair? I like sitting in an armchair. Everybody likes sitting in an armchair. Do you take after your father or after your mother? I take after my father. Who helps travelers to carry their luggage? Porters help travelers to carry their luggage. What facilities do you generally find in a hotel? There are the following facilities in a hotel: currency exchange, shoe repair, laundry, hairdressers. What kind of music do you prefer? I like all sorts of music. Who is your favorite composer? My favorite composer is Dobrinin. Who will wash the teacups? It is your turn to wash cups. How often do you cut the grass of the lawn? We cut the grass of the lawn 3 times in a season. Where will you hang the mirror? I'll hang the mirror in the entrance hall. Did you sleep well last night? No, I could not sleep last night. How did you break your glasses? I slipped on the pavement and broke my glasses. What was the most popular film last year? Titanic was the most popular film last year. When do you usually go shopping? I usually go shopping on Saturdays. Whose tie is this? It is mine. Does your watch gain or lose? My watch is 2 minutes slow. Have you paid the bill? Yes, I have paid the bill. How do you eliminate cockroaches? There are several reliable insecticides to eliminate cockroaches. What kind of room would you like to have? I would like a single room. Who performed the first flight to the moon? 3 Americans performed the first flight to the moon. Do you often spend your free time with your friends? I always spend my weekends with my friends. How do you celebrate your birthday? I invite my friends to celebrate my birthday. What is lying on the table? What is the most important scientific discovery in the 20th century? It is difficult to say. What is the most important scientific discovery in the 20th century? It is difficult to say. When are you going to leave for the airport? I am going to leave for the airport in an hour. Can you reach for the apple on the branch? I can reach for the apple and pick it for you. Why did the car run into the wall? The car ran into the wall because the driver was drunken. What is the main meal of the day? My main meal is dinner. I have it after work. When will the central heating be put into operation? The central heating will be put into operation in October. Do you know what kind of a bird English people eat on Christmas? English people eat turkey on Christmas. Who takes care of the passengers while they are traveling? Guards take care of the passengers while they are traveling in trains. What is the deepest lake in the world? Baikal is the deepest lake in the world. Who will empty the bin? Empty the bin by yourself. How can I get to the Tretyakov Picture Gallery? You can get to the Tretyakov Picture Gallery on foot. What seats do you prefer in the theater? I prefer front stalls. When will their wedding take place? They fixed their wedding for the 10th of May. When was your passport issued? My passport was issued on the 12th of October 1996. Do you have an air conditioner in your flat? Yes, we have an air conditioner in our flat. What can make you happy? A good job can make me happy. How many spectators does your stadium seat? The stadium seats 100,000 spectators. What will stand in the right-hand corner? A small table will stand in the right-hand corner. Do you enjoy physical training? Yes, I like physical training. What car do you ride? I ride Mercedes-Benz. What team won the last World Championship in football? The national team of France won the last World Championship in football. How is a house of bees called? A house of bees is called beehive. What floor is your flat on? My flat is on the 3rd floor. Where do you have meals while traveling by railway? You can have dinner in a dining car. How many books are there in the library? There are 1 million books in the library. What is the most important event of the last week? The most important event in the life of our family was the celebration of the 20th anniversary of our matrimony. What is your mother tongue? My mother tongue is Russian. What month is the shortest? February is the shortest month. The shortest month is February. Where can I have my vacuum cleaner repaired? There is a service center in the neighboring house. What caused her embarrassment? She was embarrassed about her clothing. What are you going to do next week? I am going to start my life anew next week. Where do you buy vegetables? I buy vegetables in the market. Have you heard her sing? I have never heard her singing. What is the English for an area of land which is surrounded by water from all sides? Island. Do you often send parcels? I sent 2 parcels to my sister last year. Who is waiting for you on the landing? My friend is waiting for me on the landing. Do you remember your first teacher? Yes, my first teacher was Maria Alexeyevna. How many people died during the earthquake? During the earthquake in Turkey 5500 people died. What caused the fire? A short circuit caused the fire. Do you like traveling by railway? I like traveling by railway. What have you bought in the way of food? I've bought meat, cheese, butter, sausage, eggs. What is the education fee at the university? I study at the university free of charge. How can I reduce my weight? You should be on a slimming diet. When did you go to the theater last time? I went to the theater last week. Where is your certificate of education? I have it in my bag. Whose coat is hanging on the coat rack? It is mine. Do you use a tape recorder in studying English? Yes, I use my tape recorder in studying English. How do you redial a number? I lift the receiver key and press the redial button. Where was Vladimir Vysitsky buried? Vladimir Vysitsky was buried at the Vagankovskoye Cemetery. Have you ever ascended a mountain? I have never ascended a mountain. When will you buy a new suit? I will buy a new suit next month. Where should I empty the bucket with the garbage? There is a garbage container in the yard. Furniture made of wood is expensive, is not it? We have wooden furniture at a reasonable price. Where do you buy raw materials? We buy raw materials from local suppliers. Have you bought salt, pepper, and mustard? Yes, I've bought salt, pepper, and mustard. Is there a butcher's shop near your house? Yes, there is a butcher's shop near my house. Do you have sympathy for him? No, it serves him right. What is the longest river in North America? The Mississippi is the longest river in North America. Do you prefer your skirt to hang down to above or below your knees? I prefer my skirt to hang down below my knees. How many children are you going to have? We are going to have 2 children. Do you use a computer dictionary? I use my computer dictionary very seldom. Who is in the bathroom? Father is in the bathroom. What will you say at the end of your speech? I'll express my gratitude for their hospitality. What are the best hotels of your city? There are many good hotels in our city. What vegetables do you grow in your kitchen garden? We grow tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, beetroot, potatoes in our kitchen garden. Where can I have my tooth cured? Let us go to the dentist of my acquaintance. How is snow removed from the streets? Snow is removed from the streets by special machines. Have you bought cabbage, carrots, and beetroot? Yes, I've bought cabbage, carrots, and beetroot. What is silk? Silk is a kind of soft cloth made from a substance produced by silkworms. What nationality are you? I am a German. When do you send a telegram? I send congratulation telegrams. What is the English for meat of a pig? Meat of a pig is called pork in English. Have you ever seen such a butterfly? I have it in my collection. What is this multi-story building? This multi-story building is a hotel. Are there double-hearted people in the world? There are double-hearted people in the world.